So this is our 67 F350 four-door, okay, on a 2000 Stewart Stevenson chassis with a 3126 cat, an Allison automatic, and don't know on the transfer case. And then we've got an F600 hood assembly that we've stretched a foot in order to make these tires work. And let's take a few minutes to talk about the story about Sixsquatch and how it came to pass and how we've gotten to where we're at. What happened was I was on a service call and the address brought me to the wrong part of town. I mean, nice area. It was just the wrong side of town, I should say. I happened to be driving past, look out in the field, and I'm like, that couldn't be. So I whipped around, I kind of took another look, and I'm like, okay, I've got to figure out if I can get my hands on that truck. And I'm like, there's probably not a chance, but I'm going to try. That night, my wife and I were headed on a double date. So I'm like, hey, everybody, let's go hit these people up and see. We're out early enough in the evening. Let's go hit them up and see if I can get this truck. So I go knock on the door, and this little old lady answers the door. So she tells me, yeah, go ahead and go take a look at the trucks, go see what I like and see what possibilities are. So we went out, we took a look. There was actually a bunch of neat stuff out there, but this was what I was after, was this crew cab. Okay, so we made them a really fair and reasonable offer. And she said, well, I gotta talk to my family, make sure they're good with it and everything, no big deal. All right, they accepted. We went back. I had a friend of mine with his wrecker come in and pick it up because I'm like, I really don't want to try to back a trailer in and deal with everything. It was a heavy duty, really well built thing, probably built back in the 80s or the 70s, I don't know. It's been old. We got it out of there. It had a big cattle bed on it. This truck, what?
Livestock bed.
Yeah, it had a big livestock bed on it. What's cool is, and here's a photo of this, these doors showed who originally owned this truck. It was a Salt Lake City Parks Department truck. From what we can tell, it was ordered by Salt Lake City and then ended up staying in the Utah area. I get it in here, I rip the cab off of it, and we start stripping this thing down. And we pulled the cab off the four-door and built a rotisserie for it. We started working on it. And, well, this is where we're at. I mean, we got F600 fenders. We got 2 sets of them, and we took them and we cut them and split them and kept the best of both. We've been working on the roll cage. If we're gonna do this, and we're gonna build a cool roll cage, I didn't want to build it inside because I knew I'm building this thing heavy duty. I wanted a massive roll cage because if this thing goes over, it's not gonna be pretty. And a little roll cage is not gonna hold up to all this weight underneath it. So with this, it's 4.5 inch OD, 4 inch ID, inside diameter, yeah, ID. Okay, so I'm like, hey, we'll build this cool stack setup. Why not?
Hello everybody, so look what we finally got welded on. Whoa. You cannot tell me that doesn't look awesome. Especially with the American flag behind it. It looks sick. It looks so cool. It's got horns that go back.
It's not done yet, they're just mocked up for the moment.
It still looks so cool.
It is a lot of work. So we're gonna get this thing in place, kind of clamp it in place so that we can see how we need to build the structure underneath it. Go from there. All right, you see this beveled edge right here? Okay, so this is, and so we can get 100% weld on it. All right, that beveled edge. So what I want you guys to do is you're gonna take this outside and you're gonna create a beveled edge on each end. You're both gonna do one. Whoever does the best job and the most consistent gets $5.
Sweet.
All right, what's up guys? My dad said, whoever does a better beveled edge gets $5. I'm about to win me some money. You will bevel
Alright,
your
people.
humility. I will humiliate you.
What?
Humiliate. What is it?
Humiliate. You can't even
Humiliate.
say it. Alright, what you're gonna do, bud, you're gonna stand like this and work it and just keep pushing it with your leg. Okay? Hold it at an angle and just work back and forth. Try not to get too sharp of a point, but level it right.
Now, which one should we do first?
Mine.
Mason? Okay, let's take a look at his. All right, move the grinder so we can roll it back and forth. Okay. Okay for a beginner. So you got, look at this. So you got some high spots right here that's not beveled here and over here. So you need to rotate it and you need to get this. Okay, see that high spot right there? You have a wall right there. We need to be able to have an angle on it so that we can get a grind and get a weld. So you want to go like this and grind like this. Try grinding like this at the direction, okay?
Okay.
Tegan, should we check your side out?
No.
No. How do you think you did?
Decent.
Decent? Let's look at this.
I can feel a bump right here.
Yeah,
though.
you got a bump right there.
Well, I mean, like in the metal itself, there's.
I know, you got a high spot right there. That's fine. I'll smack it with the hammer. There's a dent right there. Oh, I did that with the forks, probably on with the skid loader. Hate to tell you this, Mason, but your brother won.
What?
Said Tegan won.
Okay.
It's easier to breathe with that thing off, huh?
Yeah.
I don't know if I like those masks.
Me either.
Yeah. Guess what we finally got? I can do a bunch more work on the roll cage. But I'm still waiting for the 45s. They were supposed to be here yesterday, but thanks to purchase off of eBay, we now have our 90s. So we can do through the hood section. So this is planned. Basically, I'm gonna cut the end of this off and fit this in here right here, drop it down so we can get that pipe across there. What I'm gonna do is we'll support this up where I need to, and then we'll cut down and chop it off and then remeasure and clamp this. I've already got this marked, so we'll get it clamped down so that I can get everything right lined back up again. Well, now we actually get to measure and cut that piece. I think we need some more welds on that front though. Oh, I still got to figure out how to cut the hood around this thing and make it look all pertified too. You have an arch in this right here as part of the design, okay? All right, so it gets a little wider here, but also we have the door to worry about. So let's weld that on and then let's go look at the door out there and make sure we're clear.
Okay.
Because if I look at it this way, on the inside to the outside, it looks a little steep right there.
Yeah.
From the inside to outside. Before we weld the rack across, or before we fabricate that, we need to get a door up here on hinges.
Make sure that it works and
Yeah.
we're not too far back.
Well, the other thing is the
I don't think we will.
mirror.
Oh, true, the mirror.
The
mirror
mirrors,
may be an
but
issue.
the mirrors should stick out further. This one we just gotta fix the top. Yeah,
Close it.
I'm gonna have
Screw
to
the
have
sunroof.
Brennan over here with this TIG, just all the way around, just keep it cool. And
Buy the laser welder.
I want a laser welder.
Buy the laser welder.
I don't have tens of thousands of dollars to buy it though, especially not right now. So, okay, all right, let's get to this.
Share this video with your friends so that he can
Share,
buy a laser video. or
Push
laser
this so
welder.
I can buy a laser welder.
Hit
okay?
subscribe, like.
I need like what, 100,000, 200,000 subscribers, we got a ways to go.
Yeah, that's
you can
the
do
first-
it.
That's a
Okay, work it over to me, Mason. Don't set it on there. Don't let it hit that. That's why you're there. Set it down on the ankle. Okay, now we're gonna hold on to it. Hold on to it. Hold on to it. Mason. No, grab it in the middle there. Yes. Just trying to make sure it doesn't fall off, okay? Slowly, you're gonna have to lift it and set it in. Just let it drop. Hold on. You have to lift. Okay? So we'll put.
concern is the radius of the fan may interfere.
That's why I did the fan. There's enough room up top, so we can bring the fan down to about here. It's the bottom of the radiator that's not going to get as good. But we'll put an aluminum shroud around it.
So are you not having, so like a Crown Vic, is that all just an electric fan system?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, it's just an electric fan.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because the fan otherwise it's huge on this thing.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
was gonna say, you can't put a fan on that.
No, we're going to put an electric fan, and we're going to put it to cover as from top down as far as we can, and then we'll put some aluminum down over the whole bottom of the radiator, a shroud around it, to suck, make sure that air's still coming through it and through and around.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so what I need is on the back of the roll cage, we're going to do a swooping into it. It's going to look better than just doing a straight across. It'll do a nice sweep into it. Heck, maybe I'll take that bottom off and redo it too, if it looks cool enough. Probably not, because that was a lot of work.
Yeah.
So now I need to figure, I want to kind of sweep into it, which is going to be difficult, so I got to do a cut, and then I'm going to have to cope it so it will line up against it. You understand what I mean? Because I don't know if I do. I know how I want it to end up, but the question is, can I get it there in just one piece?
Yeah.
Try to get these things on, well, somewhat close to each other. They both work, but they're nowhere near each other. One's, yeah. So, I mean, one turned out better. Unfortunately, I'm going to cut that one down to match the other one. So we're going to cut them to match, and then we'll grind them up. So I've got clamps everywhere. I've got straps of duct tape around it as well, holding it in place. We're going to see if we can't make this work. Okay, all right, we got to hold these up in place. Grab it and hop up here. Concentrate on that side, hold the power. Down a little, Mason. Okay. And I need that level that's over a little digital level. And then we're gonna get the welder over here too. So now we gotta hide and be quiet because, you know, we can't let anybody else know we're doing this. We're gonna come off of that roll cage part right there, and we're gonna come down and tie it into the frame down here. There's a roll cage underneath. So we've got the other one, but this one we needed to go right here. And it's not a perfect fit. We're gonna have some welding to clean up. So let's get this thing at least tacked in place real quick. Welding. Now originally, I planned on coming out and coming up and around. I'm like, oh, that's just gonna be too big, too bulky, too ugly. So I thought, hey, let's play with this a little bit. I didn't know exactly how it was gonna come off in here, but I knew I was gonna come off of this mount and come up and support this. I'm like, you know how cool this would be to use this front roll cage as the snorkels too. So that's what we're doing. So we have been fairly busy here, getting quite a bit done. Part of what we've got done, we've got that fabricated and tacked into place. That's tacked into place. Mason, Tegan, and Zach helped us get this stuff done. We also managed to get our stacks up. Looks a little weird without the hood on it, but we also got this figured out in here. So that's it for this week. Well, I mean, starting to get the radiator and intercooler and that stuff in so we can see where we need to have everything. It's actually starting to come together pretty quick now. I'm hoping to be working on getting it running soon. We're gonna get the roll cage finished, and then we're gonna be working on brakes. I've got some brake parts coming.